Hey guys, what's up? PipSnipers here, back for another update. Let's take a look at XRP over here today. And going all the way back to April 7th, we had a leading diagonal to the upside for your wave 1. Notice how the waves are overlapping here, and then you have a little bit of a throw over of that diagonal to signal the end of your wave 1. Then we come down for a little bit of a correction, right? That was your A wave or your W wave. Then you come up for a counter trend terminating at the 1.382 extension. And like I say, if we're unable to get above the 1.382 and 1.236, then we know for sure that it's likely a counter trend before you see the next leg in your correction, which we saw over here. Now, this had a hard bounce off the 786 and 200-day moving average. This is when we back tested the 200-day, right? And now we're going in for your next leg in the market. Okay, so now for our next leg over here, so it does look like we are within wave 3. Within that wave 3, there's going to be 5 subwaves. Now, it does look like we're just completing wave 2 of that third wave to the upside. So this was your 5-wave move up for your wave 1, a 5-wave move terminating at around the golden pocket, right? This was your ABC correction down for your subwave 2 of 3. Now we go up for our subwave 3 of 3. Now, the only way we can confirm that we're going to go in for our subwave 3 of 3 is if we get above 2.5763 at the 702 retracement and 2.5969 at the 786 retracement. Once you get back up to this level over here, or even just get above it on the 4-hour time frame, then it's very likely we'll head towards the higher retracements within this macro Wyckoff reaccumulation range. Okay, we would be heading towards 2.7175, 2.8914, and lastly 3.1131. These are all of the major Fibonacci retracement levels within this 147 plus day long range. Taking a look here at the daily time frame, we do see that we have been ranging here for about over 150 days now. Okay, so these are all of the layouts that I have over here, so I can show you guys what it looks like. So this is your Wyckoff reaccumulation range. You guys see? You have accumulation. You can consider this to be your accumulation, right? You even have a fake out to the upside. You have a fake out to the upside a few times. This one was a big fake out, and then you slam back down below the range. Then you have a reversion back into the range, and you usually test the bottom of this range before you have continuation up. So this is considered your spring or your manipulation. This is considered your test, and then you have what's called your jump across the creek. So we see the exact same thing on XRP. Like, just taking a little bit of a closer look, we can see here that this was your buying climax, right? Then you come down for your automatic rally, your secondary test, come down to the support level, you have a fake out to the upside, and then you slam back down below the range for your spring. Now, taking a look at this on the weekly time frame, you guys can see that we actually pierced below the 200-day moving average, but managed to close back into the range. Do you guys see this? I'm going to pull up this chart over here on Coinbase so you guys can see this a little bit better. So look over here on XRP. Or I'll just show you on this chart over here. But yeah, look at the weekly time frame. And I know I show this in mostly every one of my recent XRP videos, but I just want to show you how strong XRP is relative to the rest of the market, right? You had your pierce below the 200-day, which was right over here, and then you close back into the range, right? Now we're grinding up off of all of these major daily moving averages. And then if we take a look at the 3-day time frame, so this is the 3-day time frame on XRP, and if we put the Keltner channel on our chart, we can see that we've already entered into the parabolic phase, because we've had a we've had a 3-day candle close above the upper band of this Keltner channel right over here. So now that we've had a closure above the upper band of this Keltner channel, you may see some consolidation here. Like I was showing you guys on the small time frame, you may come down for a little bit of an ABC correction, consolidate sideways, but then eventually continue on our way up towards the top of the range, towards the higher retracement levels, right? Coming back to XRP over here, we can see that we're within wave 5 of 5 to the upside, going all the way back to 2018. Take a look at this, guys. Okay, this was your wave 3 right over here in 2018. Then we come and have a 2,300 day long pennant for your wave 4. Notice how the waves are overlapping each other and they subdivide into 3 each time, right? ABC down for your A, ABC up for your B, ABC down for your C. Right, another ABC up for your wave D, and then finally the last ABC down for your wave E, terminating in July of 2024. Now we're starting we started our 5-wave move to the upside, our last parabolic push within the macro structure of XRP. This was your wave 1, your wave 2. We finished up our wave 3 in January, which was this guy right over here. I'll show you. This guy right here, this was your wave 3, okay? Then we had price and time-based capitulation. So we go down by over 52% and then go sideways for over 150 days, okay? This was simply just a WXY correction for your wave 4, right? Now, taking a closer look, let's go back down to the 4-hour time frame. Let's see exactly what XRP is doing. Yeah, so this could be your ABC correction in. We would just need to see a move, like I said, above 2.5763 and 2.5969. Okay? You see how we broke down from this rising wedge right over here? And then we came down and tapped the 38.2% fib right over here. You see how we came down to tap that level? So now if we get back up to these highs and then eventually get above these 2 levels, then it's very likely we're going to go in for sub wave 3 of 3, right? Towards the higher retracements, sitting at 271, 289, $3.11, and so forth. However, if we're unable to get above these 2 levels right here at 2.5763 and 2.5969, then it's likely we'll come down for a little bit of a deeper flush down to around the 50% fib, sitting at 236 to 234. Or we may even come down to backtest the 21 day, which is this red line right here at the 618,702 fib at 229 to 224, right? So it would look like this. This would be your ABC down. That's your subwave 2, and then you come up for a subwave 3 of 3 to the upside. Okay, so going forward, I just want to see XRP get above those 2 levels that I mentioned right over here, so we can deny the possibility that we're going to have a little bit of a deeper flush to the 50% fib and maybe even the 21 day. Okay, but yeah, overall XRP does look great. It is still trending up, don't forget. We are within Wyckoff reaccumulation, and it does look like we'll soon escape this range. If you guys want to connect with me one-on-one and you want to stay updated with XRP, then click the link in the description below to join the Discord. You guys get access to over 350 assets. You guys can ask me any question you want. And please like, share, subscribe, comment. Peace out, and take it easy. I'll see you guys in the next one.